Hello, this is Sunko, the Korean bro. Today is 2022, August 12th. Hmm. I'm feeling great because today is Friday night, and I'm like doing YouTube like once or twice a week these days because I've been really busy. I've been busy going out and do some stuff that I gotta do, and it's been so busy because of that. Hardly I do it less frequently than before, right? But uh, of course, I'll try my best to do it more often. But of course, I'll try, but we'll see. Okay, what do we have tonight? Let's go to. Hmm. First, we'll go to MarketBeat.com. Can you guess which EV stock is beating Tesla? Three Chinese corporate giants leaving NY Stock Exchange. Uh, and look at Honeywell for a steady and diversified stock. Hmm. Ship heads to Ukraine to get grain for food starved in Africa. Uh, Grain ship to dock in Ukraine, leave for Africa. War shares mostly higher after new signs of inflation cooling. Promote inclusivity, learning American Sign Language. Portugal, EU eyes Liberia, Italy pipeline to get gas to Europe. Hmm. In Biden's big bill, climate healthcare deficit reduction. 2 years on, foundation stand by issuing bonds in pandemic. Hmm. Investing in what you know has changed. The those stocks decade long won streaks online. Then changed some tax provision as they ready economic bill. Three stable growth stocks for bumpy times. CVS, Walgreens show why investment objectives matter. Uh, Solar stocks shine brightly after passage of clean energy bill. Hmm. But let's read those first, and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay. Okay. Um, can you guess which EV stock is beating Tesla? With an almost 80% rally since the middle of May, there's a strong case to be made for considering a long position in electric vehicle maker NIO's shares. While they were well able to capitalize on the euphoria that swept equity markets before and after the COVID crash, investors have had to watch them give up as much as 80% over the past 18 months. But with the broader equity indices staging a solid rally themselves, it's looking more and more likely that this is more than just a decade bounce, and possibly the start of something longer lasting. Hmm. While Tesla may have first mover advantage and greater economies of scale already locked into its operating model, investors have been keen to find other EV makers that have the potential to be the second, third, fourth, etc. biggest EV player after them. Based on recent share performance, it looks like they fancy NIO to be one of these. Compared to Tesla shares, they've tacked on more than 60% since their low of last quarter. Hmm. While Tesla stock has only moved up 17% over the same period. Hmm. Compared to Tesla shares, they've tacked on more than 60% since their low of last quarter, while Tesla stock has only moved up 17% over the same period. So over the same period, Tesla only went up 17%, but like NEO went up like 60%. It's a big comparison. Consider a position NEO. Okay, there are plenty of industry tailwinds starting to appear as well. That should serve as solid foundations for a sustained move higher into the fall. For example, according to recent release data from the China Passenger Car Association, it is expected that retail sales of new energy vehicles in China will be shown to have surged 102.5%. Okay, let's go over the next one. Three Chinese corporate giant leaving NY Stock Exchange. Three stated own Chinese corporate giants announced plans Friday to remove their shares from the New York Stock Exchange, adding to a growing financial separation between the biggest global economies in the midst of a dispute over scrutiny of company audits. Three Chinese corporate giants leaving NY Stock Exchange. It's a big thing because if they leave NY Stock Exchange, which means they lose opportunity to get more investments. Because if they were in NY Stock Exchange, they'd be able to gain more uh, investments, which lead to a bigger business. But they are uh, somehow they think that it's better leave NY Stock Exchange. Um, right? PetroChina Ltd, China Life Insurance Ltd, and China Petroleum Chemical Co. made no mention of the auditing dispute or U.S.-Chinese tensions over Taiwan's security, technology, and human rights. The companies, in similarly worded statements issued within 30 minutes of each other, cited the small trading volume of their shares in New York. They said shares still will be traded in Hong Kong, which is open to non-Chinese investors. Okay, it's still open in Hong Kong stock exchange. So so foreigner can still invest, but then they're living in New York. Okay, Washington has warned Chinese companies, including Alibaba Group, the world's biggest e-commerce company, might be forced to leave U.S. stock exchange if Beijing refuses to allow regulators to see the records of their corporate auditors. Look at Honeywell for a steady and diversified stock. Honeywell became a diversified giant through its growth by acquisition strategy. Despite cyclical pressures and inflationary headwinds, the company saw 12% growth in orders. The company executed $3.2 billion in stock buybacks. Okay. Diversified technology and manufacturing company Honeywell stock is performing well, trading down only minus 10% on the year. The industrial behemoth makes everything from propulsion engines, environmental control, and electric power systems, aircraft parts, radar data, and software applications in its aerospace segment. Its aircraft products are literally found inside every plane. The company's COVID-19 personal protection products have experienced unprecedented demand. The company makes products throughout the technology, robotics, healthcare, retail, construction, software, and safety industries. Competition is strong metrics. Honeywell. It competes with aerospace giants like Boeing and is benefiting from the travel recovery in the epicenter industry. It also faces competition from other industrial giants outside of aerospace like 3M and Emerson Electric. The company is stable and profitable with a 2% dividend yield and over $11 billion in cash. Despite cyclical pressure and inflationary headwinds, the company saw 12% growth in orders with $29.5 billion in backlog, setting up for a strong second half of the year. It has the DNA of a technology company combined with a mature and seasoned manufacturing and industrial giant. Investors seeking steady performance and diversification in multiple industries to mitigate recessionary pressures may want to look at Honeywell shares. So the key point is, they got a lot of business going on, and like the products that they make, the products they produce, um, are categorized into many industries. Like some part that they produce can be categorized into thing that competes with Boeing, and like the parts that they make can be compared to the parts that produced from a 3M. So So people like investor who wants to have steady performance and diversification in multiple industries may want to look for this one. Hmm. So here it says, in multiple industries to mitigate recessionary pressures, may want to take a look at Honeywell. So it's like not recession fully, not fully recession proof, but like it's like a bit recession proof. So, but like no, I'm not going for it. Ship has to Ukraine to get grain for food starved Africa. Ship has to Ukraine. A ship approached Ukraine on Friday to pick up wood for hungry people in Ethiopia. In the first food delivery to Africa under UN brokered plan to unblock grain trapped in Russia's war and bring relief to some of the millions worldwide on the brink of starvation. So people from Africa go to Ukraine. So there's a like not secret path like under supervision of UN. They might have gone there. Um, and because people are starving, people are starving to death in Africa, and they go to Ukraine, pick up some food, and go back to their own country and eat and yeah. For months, fighting in Russia blockade many grain produced in Ukraine, known as the world's bread basket, piled up and still sending food prices sky high and leading to hunger in Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. In recent days, several ships carrying grain have left Ukraine ports under the New Deal, but most of the shipments were of animal feed and went to Turkey or Western Europe. But on Friday, European Council President Charles Michael announced that the first shipment by the UN's World Food Program of humanitarian aid for Africa will soon load and then depart. In the afternoon, marine traffic a tracking website showed the ship headed toward southern Ukraine. Okay. Grain shipped to dock in Ukraine, leave for Africa. Okay, that's what it was. Article before. Yeah, expectations were raised. Friday, the first UN grain transport ship could soon be leaving Ukraine for Africa, while more Russian shelling struck the east of the country, shifting the war between hope and despair on Friday. Okay. Closing in on the half-year mark, the war has sent food prices sky high, left poorer countries with ever less hope they would be getting supplies from the breadbasket of Europe. On Friday, European Council President Charles Michael announced, though, that the first World Food Program transport Africa was poised to depart. Hmm. War shares mostly higher after new signs inflation cooling. Okay. Okay. Shares open higher in Europe after a mixed day in Asia on Friday following another encouraging report about US inflation. Okay, the United Kingdom reported its economy contracted 21% in the last quarter as families cut back on spending to cope with price increases. The decline was better than most forecasted. So basically, it's bad, but not as bad as feared, and that may be as good as it gets for a while. So basically, it's bad, but not as bad as feared, and that may be as good as it gets for a while. Uh, he noted that household spending will likely weaken further as Britain braces for much higher energy prices as a result of disruptions uh, to supplies due to the war in Ukraine. Hmm. Okay. Portugal EUI laborious stuff. Skip on next one. Climate, healthcare, deficit reduction in Biden's big bill. Hmm. Three stable growth stocks for bumpy times. TSM. Freeport McMahon. Okay, this is it for today because I got some important to do. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you guys. I'm doing it really short tonight. Okay, bye bye.